Have you ever noticed how some people on cruise ships seem to get better service, friendlier staff interactions, and somehow snag the best spots at the pool? It's not luck. They know something you don't. There's an entire hidden culture on cruise ships with rules that separate the respected passengers from, well, the ones everyone's talking about behind their backs. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on cruise ship etiquette. I spent 3 months interviewing cruise directors, cabin stewards, and veteran passengers who've logged over 500 days at sea to uncover the unwritten rules that most passengers are breaking without even realizing it. From secret buffet strategies to the behaviors that make crew members roll their eyes, I'm going to share exactly what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. Plus, stay until the end where I'll reveal the single behavior that cruise staff say instantly identifies someone who gets it versus a total newbie. This isn't just about etiquette, it's insider information that could completely transform your next cruise experience. Let's dive right into what crew members call Personality Central, the buffet. This is where your true character is on full display and where most passenger judgment happens. I witnessed something shocking on my last cruise. A man reached across 3 people, used his bare hands to grab bread rolls, then squeezed several before taking one. The horror on surrounding faces was priceless. But the buffet nightmares don't stop there. There's the hoverers who stand paralyzed in front of food stations for minutes while lines build behind them. The samplers who take one bite of everything then waste it all. And my personal favorite, the blockers who park their entire family in the middle of the walkway for an impromptu meeting. So here's the insider buffet strategy that separates rookies from veterans. Cruise buffets operate on a specific etiquette system. First, always use tongs and serving utensils, never your hands. Second, treat the buffet like highway traffic. Maintain a steady flow, signal before stopping, and never cut across lanes. And here's the pro tip that veteran cruisers swear by. When you first arrive, do a complete reconnaissance lap before grabbing a plate. This prevents plate overloading and lets you strategically choose what's worth your calorie budget. The cruise secret: they watch buffet behavior to identify who deserves extra attention elsewhere on the ship. One cruise director told me they can predict with 90% accuracy which passengers will be problems later based solely on how they navigate breakfast. Master the buffet, and you've mastered half the unwritten cruise code. The pool deck, or as I like to call it, the ultimate test of human civilization. It's where all pretense of social grace evaporates faster than the water on those scorching deck tiles. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The notorious chair hogs who perform their strategic 5:30 a.m. towel placing ritual, claiming 6 prime loungers that sit empty until they stroll up at noon. Then, there's the loud group treating the adults-only tranquility pool like their personal spring break party, complete with cannonballs and cocktail spilling contests. And let's not forget my personal favorite, the couple who believes their romantic getaway entitles them to 3-hour makeout sessions in the hot tub while families awkwardly tread water nearby. What the cruise pros know is this: pool chair karma is real, and the deck attendants have more power than you think. Here's the inside scoop. Most major cruise lines now have a strictly enforced 30-minute rule. Those staff members in the polo shirts? They're quietly timing unattended loungers and marking towels with timestamps when you leave. Walk away for 31 minutes, and your belongings get collected and stored at the towel station. One pool supervisor told me they remove over 200 abandoned items daily on larger ships. The real secret to pool deck success isn't waking up earlier than everyone else. It's understanding that cruise ships operate on a community standard. As one 35-year cruise veteran explained to me, I never reserve chairs. I just look for the people about to leave and make friendly conversation. I get better chairs this way, plus potential new friends. The most experienced cruisers know the deck isn't about territorial claims. It's about timing, patience, and social intelligence. But I'm on vacation. The battle cry of the passenger being turned away from the main dining room while wearing swim trunks and a tank top. One cruise director confided in me that dress code violations cause more confrontations than any other issue on board. The disconnect happens because many first-timers assume all-inclusive means anything goes. But here's the reality check. That $3,000 you paid doesn't entitle you to wear flip-flops to a 5-course dinner. I've witnessed entire families denied entry to specialty restaurants, couples missing shows they paid extra for, and one memorable gentleman who tried to attend the captain's gala in what he called his fancy shorts. Spoiler alert, there's no such thing. The savvy cruiser's approach is simple: pack strategically and decode the cruise lingo. Resort casual means no shorts or t-shirts. Smart casual means collared shirts for men and dresses or nice pants for women. And formal means exactly that: suits or tuxedos and cocktail dresses. Here's the insider hack that experienced cruisers use. Take a photo of the entire week's schedule on Embarkation Day. It's available at guest services, so you can plan your outfits in advance. And the ultimate pro move? Pack one outfit that's slightly dressier than required. It's the simplest way to get upgraded tables, better service, and even complimentary drinks from impressed staff. The clothes you pack aren't just about following rules, they're about unlocking experiences. As one 20-year luxury cruise veteran told me, I can spot first-timers immediately by what they're wearing, and so can everyone who controls the best experiences on the ship. Your wardrobe choices are silent signals that either open doors or close them before you even say a word. You know those horror movies where people hear whispers through the walls? That's not fiction on a cruise ship. That's Tuesday night in cabin 7243. I conducted an experiment on my last cruise. I recorded normal conversation in my cabin, then went next door to my friend's cabin to listen. I could make out nearly every word. Then I tried a door slam. It was audible from 3 cabins away. The truth about cruise ship accommodations that no brochure mentions: those walls are essentially decorative. Your late-night debate about whether to do the snorkeling excursion? The couple next door is mentally choosing sides. That FaceTime call with the volume cranked up? The family across the hall now knows your mother's opinion about their parenting choices. The cabin courtesy code that experienced cruisers live by is simple but crucial. Treat every movement and conversation as if you're in a library where the librarian gives out free drinks to quiet patrons. Here are the 3 golden rules that veteran cruisers follow religiously. First, master the gentle door close. Hold the handle while shutting to prevent the slam. Second, never make phone calls on your balcony. Sound travels upward to all balconies above you. And third, keep your TV volume below level 10 after 10 p.m. But here's the insider cabin hack that changed my cruise experience forever. Pack a small white noise machine or download a white noise app. Place it near your door or connecting walls. Not only does this mask hallway sounds for better sleep, but it also creates a sound barrier that prevents your conversations from becoming the entertainment for neighboring cabins. Your cabin behavior reveals your awareness of the communal nature of cruise living. One cruise director told me they receive over 50 noise complaints on an average sailing, and the repeat offenders are uniformly first-time cruisers who haven't learned the unwritten rule. Your luxury experience depends entirely on creating luxury for those around you. Shore excursions, where you can lose your money, your patience, and sometimes even your ship all in one memorable day. The stakes here are higher than anywhere else on your cruise, yet people treat excursions like optional appointments. I've witnessed an entire bus of 43 people sitting in 95-degree heat for 22 minutes while a couple finished their cappuccinos. I've seen families wander off from tour groups in foreign ports, then get frustrated when the guide abandoned them. Most dramatic of all, I interviewed 3 separate cruise passengers who literally watched their ship sail away without them because they misunderstood the all-aboard time. What they didn't know? The ship has absolutely no legal obligation to wait for you, and getting to the next port can cost thousands in emergency transportation. The excursion hack that veteran cruisers live by isn't complicated, but it's critical. Ship time is the only time that matters. Here's what the pros do. First, they physically change all their devices to ship time immediately upon boarding and never change them again until disembarkation. Second, They arrive at meeting points 15 minutes early, not on time, early. And third, they take a photo of the ship's daily newsletter each morning, which contains the accurate all-aboard time. But here's the insider strategy that could literally save your vacation. Always book your own independent excursions to return to the ship at least 90 minutes before all-aboard time. For ship-sponsored excursions, 60 minutes is sufficient because they'll wait for official tours. The only exception to the ship will leave you rule. And the ultimate cruise master move? Carry the ship's emergency port agent contact information with you. It's listed in the daily newsletter, but almost no one bothers to save it. How you handle shore excursions reveals whether you understand the most fundamental aspect of cruising. The ship operates on its own sovereign timeline, and the ocean waits for no one. As one 30-year captain told me, "I can accommodate many things, but I cannot change the tides. When we say all aboard at 5, we mean 4:30.
Want to know the fastest way to spot a first-time cruiser? Watch how they interact with the crew. Here's what veteran cruisers understand that others don't. Your cabin steward making those cute towel animals? They're working 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, often for months without seeing their families. That bartender who remembers your complicated drink order. They're serving hundreds of others just like you. The dining room waiter who calls you by name? They memorized 40 other names too. Yet I constantly see passengers snapping fingers, making unreasonable demands, or treating staff like invisible servants. Here's the golden rule that experienced cruisers follow. Learn crew members' names within the first 24 hours. Use please and thank you religiously. And yes, tip appropriately. But here's the insider secret that can dramatically improve your cruise. When someone provides exceptional service, take 5 minutes to visit guest relations and leave positive feedback. This single action can help crew members secure promotions, better assignments, and even bonuses. One guest relations manager told me, "A positive comment card carries more weight than most passengers realize." How you treat the staff isn't just about manners. It's the single biggest indicator of whether you understand cruise culture. The veterans know that kindness towards crew creates an invisible network of enhanced service that follows you throughout the ship.
The hot tub, or as ship staff secretly call it, the human soup, where personal boundaries evaporate faster than the bubbling water. I've seen things in cruise ship hot tubs that can't be unseen. The couple who thought steam provides invisibility for their underwater activities. The family who brought nachos, wings, and margaritas into the water, creating a floating buffet of backwash. The hot tub hog who spreads their arms across the entire back edge, claiming 60% of the space for their personal throne. And my personal favorite, the group of 8 friends who turned the adults-only relaxation tub into what could only be described as an off-Broadway production of Spring Break the Musical, complete with splashing choreography. The spa presents its own theater of horrors. The phone scrollers disturbing the tranquility with their blue light, the conversation enthusiasts who think relaxation room means networking opportunity, and the locker room singers whose shower performances rival the professional entertainment on board. Experienced cruisers follow a spa and hot tub code that's unspoken but strictly observed. For hot tubs, maximum soak time is 20 minutes when others are waiting. This is actually posted on most ships but routinely ignored. No glass containers within 10 feet of the water. One broken glass means draining and cleaning the entire system and shutting down the hot tub for days. And the rule cruise directors wish they could announce hourly. The appropriate distance between unacquainted adults in a hot tub is always more than you think. For the spa, the veteran move is timing. Spa attendance follows predictable patterns, busiest on sea days and after dinner, emptiest during port days and show times. One spa manager revealed to me, "We offer our best pricing during port days because we're desperate for customers then. You'll get better service, lower prices, and often the entire thermal suite to yourself." Shared relaxation spaces reveal your understanding of an essential cruise truth. Luxury isn't about claiming more than your share. It's about creating an environment where everyone experiences momentary perfection. The true cruise elite understand that their perfect moment depends on creating perfect moments for others. the beginning and end of your cruise, where you'll find the greatest concentration of human frustration per square foot outside of a DMV at lunch hour. These crucial transition days reveal passenger characters with crystal clarity. There's the elevator monopolizer, who somehow believes their family of 4+8 suitcases deserves exclusive transport rights while dozens wait in the lobby. The priority line infiltrator, who accidentally joins the Diamond Plus members lane despite having never set foot on a ship before. And my personal favorite, the last-minute packer, who receives the disembarkation warning that their luggage should have been outside their door 3 hours ago, and is now frantically stuffing dirty laundry into shopping bags while holding up an entire section of the ship. These aren't just annoying personalities. They're the reason embarkation takes hours instead of minutes, and why disembarkation feels like a chaotic evacuation rather than the smooth conclusion to your vacation. The embarkation-disembarkation strategy that separates cruise masters from everyone else is surprisingly simple. Timing is everything. Here's the insider approach. For embarkation, veteran cruisers never arrive during peak boarding times, 12 to 2 p.m. Instead, they either come super early, 10 to 11 a.m., to be first aboard, or they arrive late afternoon, 3 to 4 p.m., when crowds have disappeared. They pack a carry-on with swimwear and essentials, knowing cabins aren't ready until 1 to 2 p.m. regardless of when you board. For disembarkation, the pros know the real secret isn't which group number you get, it's how you prepare the night before. They pack completely before dinner, place luggage outside by the early deadline, and keep only a small personal bag. So, how many of these unspoken rules have you been breaking? Be honest. We've all been that passenger at some point. Let me quickly recap the insider secrets that will transform your next cruise experience. Master the buffet flow and reconnaissance strategy. Understand pool deck diplomacy and chair karma. Treat crew with exceptional respect and provide written commendations. Decode the dress code language and pack strategically. Become a cabin neighbor everyone appreciates. Master excursion timing and ship time synchronization. Create personal space in shared relaxation areas. Navigate embarkation and disembarkation like a pro. And now, as promised, the one behavior that cruise directors, cabin stewards, and veteran passengers all agreed instantly separates the seasoned cruisers from everyone else. It's not about what they wear, where they eat, or how much they spend. It's how they handle the unexpected. When the ship gets diverted due to weather, when the specialty restaurant is overbooked, when the show gets canceled, or when the cabin isn't exactly what was expected, amateur cruisers immediately head to guest services to complain and demand compensation. But seasoned cruisers? They adapt, pivot, and find new opportunities in the change of plans. As one cruise director with 15 years of experience told me, I can immediately tell who's cruised before by watching their reaction when we announce a port change. The veterans are already mentally planning their new adventure, while the first-timers are still complaining about the old one. The true masters of cruise culture understand that flexibility isn't just a virtue, it's the entire point. The ocean is unpredictable, and so is travel. The real joy comes not from perfect execution of plans, but from embracing the journey in all its messy, beautiful unpredictability. Now I want to hear from you. What cruise faux pas have you witnessed that made you cringe? Or better yet, what rookie mistakes did you make on your first cruise that you'd never repeat now? Drop your stories in the comments below. If this insider information helped you, smash that like button and subscribe for more travel secrets that the tourism industry doesn't want you to know.